Happy Easter! I'm so excited to share with you my little baby bunny. His one paw fell off, but we can just use a toothpick to stick that on. But overall, he looks pretty cute. I made this one with a boule. My other one was made with a batard, and I kind of like this bunny a little better. He's just a little fatter. So there's two toothpicks holding the tail on. His tail got kind of burnt in my bread oven, as well as the tips of the ears, but I think they look kind of cute. And it's definitely nice and moist. And look, we got some nice little steam bubbles there. So that's cute.
So here's how I made my bunny. I've tried it with a batard. I like the boule better because it gives a little fatter belly. But you want to cut off the back side, and we're going to use that to roll it into a little ball. And that's going to be your bunny tail. So we're going to make a nice little ball, and then we're just going to set that aside. Using your bench scraper, make two partial cuts. These are going to be your legs. So you'll just hunch them up underneath your bunny there. And then we're going to make two cuts along the sides. And these are going to form our ears. And it's kind of cute how that open cut just really makes it look like the inside of an ear. Then you'll make two little diagonal cuts. And this helps round out the front so that the head looks a little more round. And we're going to use the piece that we cut off to make little front paws. So you form those into little balls as well. And I had dusted this one with Thai rice flour, so I'm putting the flour kind of inside so that the paws are a little bit different color than the rest of the bunny. With the way it turned out, I think that the next one I make, I'm not going to dust it at all with Thai rice flour and have a cute little brown bunny. And that way, too, the steam from the Dutch oven will turn the whole thing like it'll be a little brown bunny. My one ear got kind of stretched out, so I'm trying to shove it together and make it the same size as the other one. Still looking a little big. Then lift up the front end with your bench scraper to get your string under there better. Still not liking that I have one giant ear and one little ear. Who said bodies were symmetrical anyway? And then you'll just tie that with your twine. Make a nice little bow. And then when you put your front paws on, keep them away from that string so that it's easier to remove the string after you bake the bunny. I'm not liking how my feet were sinking in there, so I'm adjusting that. Putting the tail on can be a bit of a trick. You use two toothpicks. Tried it with one, does not work very well. And you'll notice that the tail just kind of starts sliding down gradually. So the key is to really put those toothpicks at an angle, um, away from the bunny butt, if you will, and then slide it on kind of diagonally, and it seems to hold better. Look, I've got the two ears almost the same size now. And a lot of people just leave it like that. I wanted to put a little face on my bunny. He does look kind of cute faceless. So I used my little stork scissors to cut some eyes. Doing it this way, it kind of makes it look like two little stars, but you could just use a dowel rod and poke a hole in there. I just wanted a little bit bigger eyes. Now I'm cutting the nose without really knowing what a bunny looks like. So I made this little triangle, and looking at pictures afterwards, this triangle should really be upside down. So a bunny nose is kind of wider at the top and pointed at the bottom. So next time I do this, I will get the nose correct. And now I'm just cutting a little mouth. So my bunny has a full face on him. And let's get him into the oven. There he goes. I like having the bread ovens because then you have more, instead of a Dutch oven, it's easier to put it in there. And there he is. He turned out pretty cute. So I hope you have time to make a bunny this Easter. It really was a fun thing. And again, next time I'm going to just leave the white flour off. I don't like how his back looks where it's kind of brown from the bunny ears and stuff. So, and there's my other little bunny loaf I did. Happy Easter!